guys, how's it going? It has been a while since we have caught up on the Dinosaurs Before Dark Magic Treehouse book number 1. So I thought today would be a good day to read chapter 5. I hope you guys have seen my other videos. If you have not, I'll put a little link up there for you guys to see chapter 1 and 2. That's one video, and chapter 2 and 3. Thank you so much to Penguin Random House Publishing for letting me read these books to my students while we are trying to learn how to digital learn. But I'm so excited to read this with you guys. Before I start, I want to give a big shout out to all my friends who are getting on Seesaw and who are working hard. I know Elizabeth, you have been reading along with me for the little lady who swallowed a fly on Seesaw. That's awesome. Adeline, you got onto Seesaw and you already did 2 things in your first day, so good job. Daniela's been working hard. Natalia is getting all those activities done. Jefferson always finishing his activities. So thank you guys for all the hard work you're doing. I know this is a challenge, but we're doing it awesome together. We can do it. All right, so let's get started. The last time we read together, Jack and Annie were taken to a place a long time ago, back when dinosaurs roamed. So they're really scared, they're really confused, they don't know what's going on, but they met a friendly pteranodon, and they were kind of trying to talk to him, even though he can't speak like we can, when they noticed another huge dinosaur up on a hill. So let's get started. Chapter 5 is Gold in the Grass. Go, go, said Jack. He threw his notebook into his pack. He pushed Annie toward the rope ladder. Bye, Henry, she said. Go, said Jack. He gave Annie another big push. Quit, she said, but she started up the ladder. Jack scrambled after her. That means he tried to go after her fast. They tumbled into the treehouse. They were panting as they looked out the window at the dinosaur. He was standing on a hill, eating flowers off of a tree. Oh man, whispered Jack. We are in a long time ago. The dinosaur looked like a huge rhinoceros. He had 3 horns instead of 1. 2 long ones above his eyes and 1 big one on his nose. And he had a big shield thing on his head. Triceratops, said Jack. Does he eat people? Whispered Annie. I'll look it up. Jack grabbed his dinosaur book and he flipped through the pages. There! He pointed to a picture of a Triceratops. He read the caption. The Triceratops lived in the late Cretaceous period. This plant-eating dinosaur weighed over 12,000 pounds. Jack slammed his book shut like this. Just plants, no meat. Let's go see him, said Annie. Are you nuts? Said Jack. Don't you want to take notes about him? I think Annie knows Jack loves to take notes. We're probably the first people in the whole world to ever see a real live Triceratops. Jack sighed. She was right. Let's go, he said. He shoved the dinosaur book into his pack. He slung it over his shoulder and he started down the ladder. On the way down, Jack stopped. He called up to Annie. Just promise you won't try to pet him. I promise. Promise you won't try to kiss him. I promise, said Annie. Promise you won't. Go, go, Annie said. Jack went. Annie followed him. When they stepped off the ladder, the pteranodon gave them a nice look. Annie blew a kiss at him. Be back soon, Henry, she said. Shh, said Jack. He led the way through the ferns. A fern is a kind of grassy plant. Slowly and carefully, when he reached the bottom of the hill, he kneeled behind a fat bush. Annie knelt beside him and started to speak. Shh. Jack put his finger to his lips. Annie made a face. Jack peeked at the Triceratops. The dinosaur was incredibly big, bigger than a truck. He was eating the flowers off of a magnolia tree. Jack slipped his notebook out of his pack. He wrote, Eats flowers. Annie nudged him. Jack ignored her. He studied the Triceratops again. He wrote, Eats slowly. Annie nudged him hard. Jack looked at her. Annie pointed to herself, and she walked fingers in the air, and she pointed at the dinosaur. Was she serious? She waved at Jack. Jack started to grab her. She laughed and she jumped away. She fell into the grass in full view of the Triceratops. Get back, whispered Jack. Too late. The big dinosaur had already spotted Annie. He looked at her from the hilltop. Half of a magnolia flower was sticking out of his mouth. Oops, said Annie. Get back, Jack shouted at her. He looks nice, Jack. Nice? Watch out for his horns, Annie. No, he's nice, Jack. Nice? But the Triceratops just looked at Annie calmly. Then he turned and walked away down the side of the hill. Bye, said Annie. She turned to Jack. See? Jack grunted. But he wrote in his notebook. Nice. Come on, let's look around some more, said Annie. As Jack started after Annie, he saw something glittering in the tall grass. He reached out and picked it up. A medallion. A gold medallion. A letter was engraved on the medallion. A fancy M. Oh man, someone came here before us, said Jack softly. Hey guys, so when I recorded this video, I recorded it with chapter 5 and chapter 6, but to make the video a little shorter, I'm going to go ahead and stop here at the end of chapter 5, and the next video I make will be chapter 6, okay? So you guys don't have to sit as long through the video. Now, if you're liking this book so far, please draw a picture of your favorite part of the book and post it for me on Facebook or on Twitter or on Seesaw because I want to see it. I'm really enjoying this book, so I hope you guys are too. Remember that I love you guys and I miss you guys, and I'll see you next time.